Morning guys, February 15th, 2023. This one I ever got a call from a guy. He's got a toilet that's got one of them anti-sweat valves on it. And I guess it's bypassing. There's hot and cold that goes to this valve. Then it mixes and goes up to the toilet so it doesn't, the toilet don't sweat. So the anti-sweat valve is what it is. And he says that it's bypassing the cold water's going into the hot side and affecting the shower, from what he said. So it's there's little check valves and shit in there. It's not supposed to bypass. So he wants me to go over there and swap it out. So I don't have one of them in the truck. I'm going to go get one at the supply house, and I'm going to go to his house and swap it out. Probably have to cut the other one out and put this one in. So I told him, let's change this. I told him we could just take it out and just put cold water to the toilet. The only drawback to that is if you don't have AC in the house and it's hot in the house, the tank will sweat in the winter time, in the summertime, because of the cold water. And it's hot in the house, you get condensation. Most people don't have a problem with that, but he wants a tempering valve in there. So, well, we'll go get one and put it in. It's not a common thing. I don't see too many of them. Do whatever the customer wants, right? Anyway, I'm looking into different synthetic oils that I'm going to run into this truck. I just think I'm going to run full synthetic. And if you guys, have any comments, leave it down below what you recommend I run with. I guess that AMSOIL is the best, but shit's really expensive, that AMSOIL. But I ordered some Wicks synthetic filters already, so I got a case of them coming for the motor. But I want to run a good synthetic oil in here, and I don't know which one's the best. Anyway, you guys want to comment on down below. I've been trying to do some research into that. Alright, so this is the one I got here. Where the cold comes in this side, hot comes in this side, and then mix goes out to the toilet. And it's got a little shut off. It's a compression nut one, so I'll go put that in for the guy. Miss Molly, yeah, I love you, Miss Molly. Yeah, you my Valentine, huh? You my Valentine, Miss Molly. Yeah. The one I got's a little different, but we can cut it there, and then cut it and have to put in
another piece.
Yeah, I could do it. It's the one I got's compression, so.
Okay.
Let's shut the water off. That's the first thing to do. You know where that is?
Oh yeah.
Shut the main water off. Yep. And then we'll go open up all the valves upstairs. How's the heat and the boiler working?
Oh, it's fine.
Working good?
Yeah.
Alright, so that's off, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so what I want you to do is go open up everything upstairs.
Okay, there's another issue I want you to take a look at.
Which is?
Okay, this is the bathroom that I'm getting. Always have a lousy mix in this bathroom. And it's not, everything's working fine upstairs. I've had that stupid thing apart 5 times.
Well, maybe it's that tempering valve.
It jiggles, it does everything. There's nothing with the temporal valve that's, it's...
You're saying that's bypassing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's going to affect everything.
Right.
Let's try that first.
All right.
And then you're saying the mixing valve's not mixing right?
I'm just not getting it. I'm getting warm water instead of hot water.
Well, that's because of this. This is because of this, boy. This is because of this.
It's hot here, but what I was thinking of doing is if we teed off of here, coming out of the mixing valve, and just come over to here and go direct, because what it does is it goes around that loop, and it's a big loop that goes around, and it goes up to the upstairs bathrooms and over there.
So you want to turn it off over here somewhere.
Just
have a
connect-
shorter run.
Right.
You sure it's hot here?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's hot. It's hot in the bathroom sink.
Well, the problem is you're going to lose something in the temperance valve. It could be in the temperance valve itself that's giving you an issue. It's always going to be a little colder because it's a pressure balance.
Right.
And you got hot and cold, and it's a pressure balance valve. It'll never be as hot as it is in the sink.
Right.
So if you're getting warm water in the sink, barely, it's going to be less in the shower.
I'm getting good hot water in the sink. But
Let me fix this first.
Yep.
And then we'll look at that.
I've even tried turning off cold water going to that.
But you can't because you turn the cold water off, then the pressure balance valve will shut the hot off.
Huh.
Because it's a pressure balance valve. It will only work if you got pressure on both sides.
Okay.
If you shut one off, the other side's not going to work because in the valve, it's designed to work like that.
All right. Well, let's try to do one thing first.
Yeah. Let me get my tools. I want you to go upstairs, and I want you to open everything up and leave everything open. Flush the toilet.
All right.
Open up all the valves. Flush all the toilets and leave everything open.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. I got buckets here too. So.
Yeah, I've got a couple more.
All right, so all the water's off, right?
Yep.
You don't want to get any water on the floor, especially this hard wood.
Oh.
It'll ruin everything.
Utility floor. It's gotten wet before.
Yeah, but you don't want to. Yeah, you didn't see those trees down out there, huh?
No, I don't even notice them.
Well, the problem is I got such a big truck, and I have to be careful. I'm not going to ruin my new truck with running into trees here, you know?
I wouldn't do it either.
Yeah, this one here is kind of really crusty, isn't it? Yeah, for sure. So this one's the hot, right? You said?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
And then this one's the cold.
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure, because if I mix them up, we're going to be kind of screwed here. Alright, so this is the hot and this is the cold.
I'm going to go get a coffee.
Huh?
I'm going to go get a coffee, you want one?
Yeah, black, no sugar. If you don't mind. How do you take yours?
Just regular sweetener.
You put all kinds of stuff in it? Liquor. What's going up to the toilet? Liquor. I might have to do a little revamping here on this water pipe. I'm not sure yet. We'll see when we get it. Might be able to do it. Liquor. Yeah, it looks like he took the stuff off and oh, flipping shit show. Let that stop burning before I do anything else, but I'm gonna water on the floor because this is hard wood. Now, what's the complaint with the shower again? You're getting hot water in the sink, but nothing in the shower.
Yeah, it's warm water in the shower.
Right?
Yep.
And it's going to take a little while to get the water to the You know, when you're not using the water, you got to run it a little bit to get the hot water from the
yeah, but
tankless.
it never really heats it up.
Well, it could be in your tankless that's giving you an issue too. You know.
It could be.
Tankless is
be.
yeah, and that tempering valve looks crusty as hell. That could be what your issue is. What are you running for low limit on the boiler? What's your low limit setting?
I don't know what that is.
Well, let's look at all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't know.
You
I'm
know?
not sure. You're the one that said it last time. Whatever you usually said that.
Yeah, you want to grab this bucket, dump it in yours, and then give it back. And this way here, I could continue. Everything's off. You got everything open upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, everything's gone so high at price-wise at the supplier. It's like, even like the PVC fittings. It's like, holy shit, everything.
Yep.
It's really kind of.
It's not going to get any better.
Probably not.
Nope. This is the new normal, as they call it.
Is that what they call it?
A new normal.
New normal?
So, saying your new normal's killing me.
Yeah, especially and you're retired too, so you're kind of on a fixed income, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Inflation makes a big difference.
And I feel sorry for the people retire, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, they were fine then, but now all of a sudden, things are different, you know?
Yep. Yep. You can never put
See,
away
I gotta do something with that, because it's not gonna want to move on me, see it?
pretty stiff.
We're gonna have to do something with that, because my new one's a little different, it's not like this. We'll have to see what we're gonna do with that. The guy was a Volvo dealer, and somebody wanted to do is they wanted to go green. They wanted to so about 1 inch. I think if I go with a street in a regular street, 2 street elbows, then I could put this right into it. I think. Yeah, that'll come over here. Put it here with a couple of 45s into it.
I was noticing you got some new compression fittings out for plumbing now.
Well, I mean, it depends on. So this is the hot on this side, you said.
Yeah, hot's on the right.
Make sure you clean it good. I got 2 45s, and it's gonna bring me to where I need to be. I'll have to solder them on first. that cool good, and then I'll wipe it. Did you get a raise in Social Security?
Yeah. Not enough to do much, but
It does help, right?
everything helps.
Anything helps.
Yeah. Keep it real busy?
Huh?
You keep it real busy?
Well, I'm busy enough.
Good.
I don't want to be too busy. That means stress. Ain't that the truth, huh?
That's why I don't miss business. The stress will kill you.
Too busy's. I could be as, I could work all kinds of hours, but I just want to kind of, go easy. I don't want to kill myself.
Don't blame you. The way to do it. Work by yourself.
Kind of like and pick and choose what I like to do, and
Yeah. No employees.
well, I mean, it's easier for me, right?
Yeah.
So I get a couple of 3 jobs a day, and then I'm home by lunch. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's pretty good.
Actually, as I get older, it's...
It's nice.
All right, so I said the hot's on this side.
Yeah.
And what's good about this is, if we had to later, we could always, take these compression nuts off. If we had a leak,
Yeah.
we could loosen up the compression nuts
Change it out.
to sweat it out, or to get it out. You're not going to be able to get it out because it's...
Yeah, it's like the last one we sorted in.
I could probably put a union over here if we ever have to get this thing out. We'll be able to.
It's always nice to have options.
Make sure I'm in all the way, and I think I am. Yeah, I'm all the way bottomed out. So. I mean, this is the only one they had was this compression one. So I actually kind of like it like this because if I have a leak, I can loosen up this compression nut and sweat it again, right? Mm-hmm. Without that, you can't. You're kind of limited. But I do have a 1/2-inch union I could put over here, so if we ever have to get it apart, it would come apart. 'Cause you never know, right?
Hey.
You want a well here? Yeah, you want a well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, I've got a softening system, but
Yeah, let me get I got a 1/2-inch union. Let me put that in for you.
sounds good.
And if we ever have to get it apart, we could break the union, right?
Yep.
And take this apart. Because there would be some play in here, but not a crazy amount. Because if I put a slip coupling in here, which I was gonna do, we can't get it apart. We'll go to Union. I have one in the truck. You don't see a lot of these tempering valves put in anymore.
No.
Not really. If you're on a well and you got no AC in the house,
Yeah. Yeah, the pipes sweat like crazy.
if you got a leak in the toilet and this water's coming over it, it's really super cold. If you flush the toilet and then the water sits in the pipe all day, it's not going to be cold. But if your toilet's leaking by and that water's super cold,
Yeah.
then your tank will sweat. Or if you're flushing it a lot, maybe you got the irritable bowel syndrome or something. You're shitting all the time. Flushing the toilet 1,000 times a day, you're gonna have an issue.
Doesn't sound good. Oh my gosh.
We see if you get your gallbladder taken out.
Oh, yeah.
You get the shits
Yeah.
for life.
Nice, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't know that God put spare parts in. You don't need that gallbladder.
Yeah, that's
It's spare parts.
yeah.
Yeah. You don't need that.
Keeps me out of the bathroom.
Just take it out. It's not necessary.
I'm still intact. I plan on going out that way.
Put a little lube on there. A little lube will do it. I've seen that before.
Yeah, at least we knew what this one was. Well, it's 30 years old, you know, they do wear out after a while.
If you make it that long. Yeah, especially with well water, I mean, it's not the greatest stuff in the world, right?
I kind of like well water. I put it through a softening system, it's fine.
Yeah, if you do that.
Other than that, it's hard.
Hot water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna work. See, we can get it apart if we had to, right?
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, that's what we want, so. If we have to. Leave that loose there. Solder it, and then we can tighten everything. See how it's binding? When I put that pipe dope helps that from binding like that. Did you hear it? How it was kind of like binding? That little bit of pipe dope. I learned that from an old timer once. As an apprentice, he told me that, and I've always done it ever since. So. He was hard on the apprentices. He was hard on me, that guy. His name was Jim Crabtree. He was he was hard. He was hard on the apprentices, man. He didn't like them.
A lot of those old timers didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I'd say, you know what I think? He says, you don't get paid to think. That's what he used to tell me. All right, whatever. That there, we're gonna just check for leaks. But if I got leaks, I mean, I got the compression, everything should work. Now let's look at the shower thing you're talking about before we turn the water on. If there's something I want to do there. It's on?
Yeah.
That's the cold. That's definitely the hot. I could feel it. And then, yeah, this definitely needs to be adjusted. Is the toilet running up there?
Not that I know of, no.
Did you flush it like I said? No.
Oh, okay, I'll flush it.
Flush it a couple of times. Go ahead, do it again. Flush it again. All the way out should be better for that. All right.